Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Just setting up for this video was exhausting, so we'll see how this goes. But today's video has several purposes. One thing, I'm just going to be showing you all of the books that I own that I haven't read yet. I cleared out my entire TBR shelf and it's sitting here on my bed. Just looking at it is intimidating. But I'm also planning on doing a massive clear out of my TBR. I do not want to keep all of these books. I've lost interest in a ton of them, and so probably as a follow-up to this video, I'm going to be doing an unhaul. And that's where you guys come in. I've had a lot of these books for so long that I've lost the enthusiasm that I had when I bought them, because obviously to get them in the first place, I must have been excited about them at some point. I'm hoping as you guys watch this video, if there are books in here that you loved, that you think are totally worth keeping and I definitely need to read, especially if you've been watching my videos for a while and you know what I like, if you think I'll like it, please tell me. And on the other hand, if you've read some of these books and they were just a disappointment, not really worth your time, you don't think I'll like them, tell me that too. And also, I hate that I have to say this on videos like these, but this has become like such a big thing lately, not just on my channel but other booktube channels. I cannot send you guys all of these books. I wish I could, but I can't, so please don't ask me to send you my books. Okay, so with that said, let's just get straight into the books. These obviously aren't going to be in a particular order. We're just going to try and make this fast because I didn't even count how many books there are. I'll count. I'll put it on the screen now. But I think there's at least 50, maybe 100. I don't really know. So let's just get started. I have Becoming by Michelle Obama. I've started this one. I was listening to it on audiobook. I just haven't finished it yet. I have The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith. I'm leaning towards unhauling this one, so if I shouldn't, let me know. Ensnared by A.G. Howard. I'm definitely unhauling this one. This is the third book in the series, and I didn't like the first book in the series, so I'm definitely never gonna make it to book 3. I have Black City by Elizabeth Richards. This is another one that I started and I just never finished, but I liked what I had read to begin with, so I might give this one another go. The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. I bought this one. This was like super hyped up on BookTube and then just never read it. Same goes for the next one, The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chowasky. I'm so sorry, that was not the right pronunciation of that name. I think a lot of these books, you will see, I had like one massive book outlet order with a bunch of hyped books and then I just never read them. The Towering Sky by Katherine Mcgee. This is the third book in the Thousandth Floor series, which I really liked, and I did start this on audiobook and I just like wasn't in the mood to read it, so I do need to get back to this one. Before She Ignites by Jodi Meadows. I have 2 copies of this book actually, so definitely at least one of them is gonna go. These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I've heard really good things about this series, so I'm leaning towards keeping it. Bird and the Blade by Megan Bannon. What is the What by Dave Edgars. Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. I've heard completely opposite opinions on this. It seems to be very polarizing, so let me know. Next, I have No One Cares About Crazy People by Ron Powers. Fairest by Marissa Meyer. I'm definitely keeping this one. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I'm also definitely keeping this one, although I've heard some people say that they like hated this book, so now I'm very curious. Next I have Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaeffer. I'm thinking I'm gonna save this to read around Halloween. Taking the Arrow Out of the Heart by Alice Walker. This is a collection of poetry. Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. I tried to read this one as well and never got through it, so I don't know. Haven by Mary Lindsey. I had set this aside as a TBR book at some point. I must have thought that I really wanted to read this at some point, so I don't even know what it's about now. I'm not going to give you a summary of any of these books because 1, I don't know what most of them are about anymore, and 2, there are too many of them to do that. Heart of Darkness by Denise Swanson. I did start this one and I am gonna finish this one. Crashing the A-List by Summer Heacock. This is an arc that the publisher sent me and I just got this one like the other day, so I'm definitely keeping this one. Unwholesome by Chelsea Bartel. I also just got this in the mail the other day, so I'm definitely keeping this one. This is a collection of poetry. Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. I bought this because I loved You so much, but I don't think I've heard a single positive review for this book. Everyone hates it, so I really think I'm gonna get rid of this one. There's the second copy of Before She Ignites. Who's That Girl by Blair Thornborough. I'm not interested in this book at all. I think it was sent to me in a subscription box or something. I don't know. I think this one's gonna go. I think we've gotten into the book outlet books. We have Death Sworn by Leah Cypress. Gitzo by Nick Sheff. Seraphina by Rachel Hartman. I've had this for so long and I have lost all interest. This one's definitely gonna go. Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Rona Horse. Also probably gonna go. The Incredible Secrets of Hadley Hill by Ty Stiff. Yellow by Chelsea Hugh. She sent this to me as also another collection of poetry and I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Lament by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm curious if you guys have read this. This is one of her first books. I really like Maggie Stiefvater's recent books, so I don't know. Tell me if it was good. The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. I think I'm gonna unhaul this just because I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, I really didn't like Save the Date by Morgan Matson, and I just like don't like her writing style, so I think I might get rid of this one too. And Fire by Kristen Kishore. I bought this after I read Graceling, which was probably 5 years ago. So I just like really don't think I'm ever gonna get to this. Three Sides of a Heart, and this is a collection of short stories about love triangles, and I really don't think I'm ever gonna read this. Replica by Lauren Oliver. I think I started this at some point, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Here We Are Now by Jasmine Morga. Flawed by Cecilia Ahern. A Million Worlds with You by Claudia Gray. This is the last book in a series, so I really do need to read this one. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Probably definitely gonna get rid of this one. If you saw my worst books of the year video, was that the one I talked about? I've tried to read this book 3 times and I can't get through it, is the gist. Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. This is a collection of poetry, which I again started and just never finished, but I'm definitely gonna keep this one. The Program by Suzanne Young. I've heard such mixed reviews for this. Some people say they absolutely love it and it's like their favorite series, and some people said this book was absolute trash. So I don't know what to think. Then I have Black Hearts by Nicole Castor. I was trying to read this last summer and I got to 150 pages and I just never finished it. Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. I was so excited when I bought this book. I can't remember what it's about now, but I feel like I should keep it because of the excitement that I had when I first bought it. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I bought this when it was like super popular, but I don't even know what it's about, and I honestly like don't feel inclined to read it, but everyone loves it so much, so I don't know. Last Star Burning by Caitlin Sangster. Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. This is a very loved book, so I don't know. I'm gonna say the same thing about all of these books. Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. This is a collection of horror short stories, so I definitely want to keep this around for Halloween time. The Good Thief by Marie Howe, another collection of poetry that I started but never finished. Bonfire by Kristen Ritter, another book that I started but never finished. And The Opposite of Loneliness by Marina Keegan. This is a collection of essays. Just One Day by Gail Foreman. The Reckoning of Noah Shaw. The only reason why I haven't read this yet is because I want to reread The Becoming of Noah Shaw before I jump into this one. If you guys have been on BookTube for a while, you'll probably recognize this next one. Control by Lydia Kang. I think this was one of Booksplosion's first books. More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. Alive by Scott Singler. All Our Yesterdays by Kristen Terrell. I definitely need to keep this one because I was so excited about this book when I bought it. I really wanted this one. I can't remember why. I think it has to do with time travel, but I'm keeping this. Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I heard this book was so bad by so many people, but it was so hyped up by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and she was one of the first booktubers that I ever really got into. And so I bought the series because it's like her first series. Well, I only bought the first book, but I don't know. Let me know. Oh my god, there were so many. Ah, my god, I'm dropping things. Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I'm definitely getting rid of this one. I tried to read it and I just really didn't like it. Of Beast and Beauty by Stacey J. Vixen by Jillian Larkin. As You Wish by Chelsea Sidoti. Song of the Current by Sarah Tolscher. Before I Let Go by Marie Knizhkop. I really liked a different book by this author, so I definitely think I'm gonna keep this one. Dare Mighty Things by Heather Kavinsky. I don't know why saying last names is so hard for me. What You Left Me by Bridget Morrissey, and Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. This is another Colleen Hoover book that I tried to read and I never finished. I got almost to 200 pages. Oh, this is a really pretty bookmark though. I want to keep that. Okay, I think we're down to the last pile. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. The books falling back there. I'm definitely keeping this one. I don't know why this was on my TBR shelf. This is just a different edition. Hear my books falling back there, but this is another edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which I'm obviously going to keep. What's Left of Me by Kat Zhang and The Ghosts of Heaven by Marcus Sedgwick. And then the last little pile, we have The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delaria. I heard really bad things about this one, so I think I might get rid of this. When We Collided by Emery Lord, and this is not a TBR book. Why is this in this pile? So that was the last one. That was really anticlimactic, but I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm looking around. I think that's it. Nope, I had 2 sitting up on my top of my bed. We have An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir, which I'm definitely keeping because I think this is going to be my next physical read. And then Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which I am also planning on keeping, although I've heard very mixed things about this and I'm worried because I couldn't get into her last series, the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, which people really loved, and I could totally see why people loved it. It just wasn't for me. So I'm worried that her as an author just isn't going to be for me. But I want to give this one a try. So those are all of my TBR books. I didn't realize there were so many because for the past 4 years I've had half of them here and half of them at school, and so this is the first time I'm seeing them all together again in 4 years. And it's more than I thought there were. So yeah, if you have strong feelings about any of these, please let me know whether you loved it or you hated it. Just let me know what your opinion is on which ones I definitely need to keep or ones that should definitely just get out of here. I don't have time to waste on bad books anymore. This is the year of not wasting time on bad books. We're just getting rid of them. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope this wasn't too boring. It was really just me listing off books, but it was kind of my own way of organizing myself. Anyway, if you're not already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. My videos are usually better than this one. If you want, you can follow me on any of my social media or support me on Patreon. All of those links are down below in the description. And other than that, I will just see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Bye.
So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you, I feel a connection. With you, it's